Hello, I'm Tylah Tully, and today I'm joined by Arovella Therapeutics CEO and Managing Director Dr. Michael Baker. Michael, the US patent set to be granted for Arovella's iNKT cell therapy platform is a significant milestone. What does this mean for the company?
Yeah, it is a significant milestone. So it's very important because it is a patent that covers the manufacturing process to make our CAR-iNKT cells that we're developing to treat a range of cancers, starting initially with liquid tumors like lymphoma and leukemia, and then moving into solid tumors. And a key part of any biotech's value proposition is having intellectual property in the form of patents with granted claim sets. And delighted now that we've got patents granted in Europe, Canada, Hong Kong, Australia, and getting the patent granted in the US is a huge milestone and a great step forward for the company, which is terrific.
And you might have just touched on that there, but the US is a key market for Arovella. How does this patent strengthen your position there?
Yeah, that's right. The US is a key market for us, namely because it is such a large market when we think about the biotechnology sector broadly, but also the disease indications that we're targeting. And as I mentioned a moment ago, having strong IP that covers key territories like the US is really critical. So for those of you that are less familiar or joining the story more recently for Arovella, we are looking to get regulatory approval through the FDA, so the Food and Drug Administration in the US, to start our phase 1 clinical trial, which will likely start in Australia at that point. But certainly a big focus for us and for many biotechnology companies moving forward is always to target the US.
Arovella is moving closer to the first in-human trials for ALA-101. What is the next step in that journey?
Yeah, that's correct. So we've got quite a busy end of the year ahead, which is terrific. So what we're aiming to do next, as I mentioned a moment ago, is submit our Investigational New Drug application, or IND, to the US FDA. And a key part of that is finalising the manufacturing and the what we call non-clinical data package, which gets written up into that document, which is a substantial document, which also is accompanied by our clinical trial design or our clinical trial protocol. And once we get approval from the FDA to start phase 1, then we'd look to begin the clinical trial, likely shortly thereafter in Australia. So it's a really exciting time for the company. It's certainly going to be what we think is going to be a really key inflection point for the entity, and really looking forward to getting our therapy into the hands of patients that need it.
So what else should investors keep an eye on for in the coming months?
Yeah, we've got quite a busy 6 months ahead and beyond for our other programs as well. So some of you may already know we're developing a secondary program called ALA-105, which we're using to tackle things like gastric cancer and potentially pancreatic cancer. So we've worked very hard after licensing the monoclonal antibody from Sparks Group to generate that in the form of what we call a short chain variable fragment, which is the little targeting region or missile that goes on the outside of our CAR-iNKT cells. So looking forward to presenting some data about that program in the not too distant future. And also looking forward to talking more about some of the commercial endeavors that we've got, such as the option that we undertook from Baylor College of Medicine. So looking forward to providing updates on a few fronts, which is good.
Michael, thanks for your time today.
Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. Thank you.
For more ASX news and analysis, subscribe below.